One thing I've learned about needles and working with needles is I can add them at the last second and get a big blast of flavor. Really easy to do. This is part of my pre-preparation. I'm stripping the needles off the branch and I'm going to chop them up very fine. I think it will be perfect to complement the flavor of a cattail chowder. I've taken balsam needle cold water and I've added some to a pot. I've added some agar powder, which is a seaweed-based powder, and now I'm going to bring it to a boil and allow it to thicken. The end result of this is something quite playful. I'm making balsam pearls that will be the garnish for my chowder. Frozen oil. There we go, perfect. Look at that, little spheres are forming. Those will set. Little balsam needle pearls. Kevin.
Wow, undeniable.
And there they are, little bubbles with lots of flavor. This chowder is all about the cattail. Cattail, garlic and shallot, light bit of seasoning. When it comes to seasoning, the one thing you never want to do is to use too much salt. Especially at this stage, you could wreck the entire dish. Salt is wonderful, it's necessary, but you never want to taste it. And now some of the balsam needle water. Bit of poultry stock, some heavy cream. What the heck? Just a couple of aromatics, balsam branch. Oh, that's perfect. Time to eat. Okay, for my dessert, I need to make a batter. And a crepe batter is one of the easiest batters you could ever imagine. It starts with eggs. Add flour, a little bit at a time. Whisk it so the flour is nice and evenly distributed. Go, a little bit more. And the idea is to kind of make it quite heavy and thick, and then thin it out with a liquid. Most of the time it's milk, but today I'm using the balsam needle water. One key thing about making a crepe batter is you have to make it a little while in advance. 1 or 2 hours is great overnight, but if you can let that batter rest overnight, even better. My pan's nice and hot, which is gonna help me make a really nice thin crepe. Pour into the center of the pan and tilt your pan so your crepe covers the bottom evenly. In this case, I'm adding some balsam needle powder. Flip it, and just let that little bit of raw batter on the other side cook for a second. And repeat. Butter, the cattail, a little pinch of the needles. Now here's the fun part, a nice shot of hard alcohol. Balsam needle water. And I just have to let that cook for a minute. Honey. Let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, they're tender.
Hey, Paul.
What do you got there?
I thought I'd go a little extra step and do some mixology for us this time. We're dealing with juniper berries, which make gin, but they also make other drinks if we want them to. So I thought we could make our own wild foraged Bloody Mary.
I could use one, I think.
This is just basic tomato juice. Took the juniper berries, crushed them up, dropped them in, and this has been soaking for only 24 hours. And this is neutral grain alcohol, same process, 24 hours overnight, and it smells like gin to me.
Yeah, in a big way. Wow, look at the color.
I know, isn't that beautiful?
That's amazing.
These are predominantly green, and these ones are a mixture of both green and the bluish purple ones.
I'm just gonna have a slight hint of it. You have to try it.
Wow!
I know.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more, okay, it's just gonna be the alcohol shock, right? But that is juniper, front, middle, and back, all the way through, that's juniper.
Nicely, too. It's not like this gross flavor. It's really balanced, like you said.
Yeah.
The whole palate. I love it. But holy cow, for overnight, that's a win. So I think the green juniper, because it's got a fresher flavor, will work really well in a tartare. Tartare is very mild in flavor, and these green juniper berries, I think they've got enough oil and enough roundness and freshness that It won't overpower the tartare, but it will complement it nicely. Now, tartare sounds intimidating, but really it's not. It's raw meat, and yes, that's kind of one of those things that make you go, but it's actually quite delicious. And if you think of tartare being a meat salad and all the ingredients that are going in to flavor it, like a salad dressing, you're on point. I'm chopping up some capers. Capers add a brightness. The acid in them and the salt in them actually add a little point of punctuation, which tartare really needs. Okay, this is a nice piece of bison. And to clean it up for tartare, it's really important to get rid of all the silver skin. That's all this tissue that you see me taking off right here. I think that's a good pile. Sharp knife is really an asset for this part. I want to make sure that the juniper berry is the star of the show. And because the juniper is so strong, I'm cutting them very, very fine. The main reason is I want to make sure that I have even distribution of that flavor. Fresh egg yolk, green onions for freshness, olive oil, a little bit of lemon zest, and time to mix it all together. It's there, but I'm gonna use a little bit of that gin just to help finish it off.